We all gas, no brakes, pumped up, no fakes. We spinning, we winning, we high stakes. We never miss, we all makes. Look at us dudes trying to prove, bringing you news with nothing to lose. Mike, Nick, Tony, Wayne, Method Man, we bring the pain. Hey, see, I'ma confess it. We under the pressure. If you looking to find us, we them nothing but Niners. We nothing but Niners. We nothing but Niners. We nothing but Niners. We nothing but we them nothing but Niners.
Click, click, boom! What's going on, faithfuls? The Nothing But Niners crew is back, guys. We are here to have another fun-filled episode. Another power hour is going down in the books. But before we get started, my guys, how are y'all doing today? Who are we going to start? We're going to start with Nick. We're going to start with Breezy. What's up, fellas? What's going on?
What up, Mikey?
How you doing, man?
I like doing that shit, man. It's the simple stuff, man. It's simple stuff. How y'all feeling, man? Y'all ready to do this, man?
You know it, baby. You know it. We had a breaking news earlier, man. I can't wait till we start breaking down the breaking news.
Yes. Yeah, we're going to get to all that too, man. Look at Breezy over there, man, with the fresh shirt on. I see you, man. You're not man. Slick. You're not slick. I can tell when you pop something new up over there. I see what you're doing. Y'all got these corny ass hats on. It's all right. I see what y'all trying to gang up on me. Okay.
Nah, I like cool. Nick hat. I like that joint. I just like the all red. You know what I'm saying?
What's going on, Nick? How you feeling, man? You ready to do this, man?
I'm good, man. I'm chilling. Yeah, man. A lot of news today. Some good things to talk about. I'm interested to see what your thoughts are on everything. And man, the Niners made some roster moves today, and we'll talk about those today.
All right. Now, before we do, guys, we have to go through these formalities. If it's your first time hitting us up on the YouTube page, we want to thank you guys. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and make sure you have your notifications turned on so you know exactly when we're doing the breaking news videos. That's what the notifications are for. You will always get the notifications for pre-planned shows as early as you can get them, but the breaking news videos don't get that luxury all the time, all right? So make sure you guys have your notifications turned on. Give us a follow on Twitter and Snapchat. Those handles are nothing but 9 ERS. That is nothing but 9 ERS. We also have Facebook and Instagram. That is nothing but Niners, spelled all the way out. No numbers in there anywhere, spaces in between. We have 2 websites, guys. One is www.nothingbutniners.com. All right, you're going to get everything you need from us here and Nothing But Niners there on that website. And if you guys want to do a little shopping, you want some of your apparel, shopnbniners.com. Again, that is shopnb9ers.com. And last but certainly not least, guys, you can find a lot of our content, some exclusive articles, everything like that over there on Fan to Fan Network. Where is that at? I'm going to make that go across the bottom of the screen there. Boom. FanToFanNetwork.com. That is FanToFanNetwork.com. And if you got other people who are into other football teams, send them over there also. They cover all 32 teams. That is a network that we at Nothing But Niners are a part of. So, guys, we got a lot to break down. We heard from head coach and GM John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan. We got some very, very good nuggets from all of that. We have something that we need to do about Jordan Reed, but let's backtrack a little bit. The last show that we did was the one where we said who deserves it or something like that. I forget who's worth it or something, but we were trying to figure out who was possibly getting extended by the team. That was like the premise of the show, right? Yes, and then we find out that the 49ers were actually looking to extend or bring in a free agent.
Yeah.
Is it possible that that's what John Lynch was talking about? I wanted to ask you guys, we got to call back to our last show, man. Make people go back and listen in case they didn't hear it. Let's give them some thoughts, man. Breezy, you think it's possible that this is what he was talking about?
No, because he said extend, but he did say they still planned on making moves. Right? So he did allude to that, but he did slip up and say extend. So somebody's getting extended. We don't know who. We don't know how much, we don't know what, but stuff is still going down in that organization, and it's going to be a positive for the 49ers.
Okay. Nick, what do you think, man? Do you think that there's still another extension other than Kittle that's looming out there? I mean, we talked about it. We broke it down on the show.
You know what? When he was talking, he didn't specifically say. He said, we're working on George Kittle and others. And then he was like, we got a plan. So this could be the Jordan Reed signing, right? They said that they've been talking to Jordan Reed for if you listen to John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan in the interview, they've been talking to him. They talked to Trent Williams on Saturday of last week, or the past Saturday, about him. What he's been like in those years that Kyle Shanahan's been gone, and this could have been the move that was others, other things planned, because he didn't say others. It's like other, and then it cut out. So he changed the subject. So that you could be on point with that, Mike, about this being a move that we did not see coming. We heard speculation that, the 49ers were looking into Delaney Walker and they were looking into Jordan Reed. And we're all like, uh-oh, what does that mean about George Kittle, And then all of a sudden now we come out and we get a signing of Jordan Reed, which is an incentive-based contract. So which I'm interested to see what we all got to say about that breakdown.
Yeah,
I would like to add to that. We also heard that the 49ers talked, and we talked about this on the last show. They talked to Jadeveon Clowney. A phone call was made or something like that. So
wait, where'd you hear that at?
Well, that was the tidbit. That's what we were talking about last week, on the last episode, Mike. Were you there?
I mean, all right, a call. Yeah, we were trying to
Okay,
figure out.
so my point is something happened, and it got put out in the atmosphere, just like the two tight ends that one we just signed just got put out into the atmosphere. So my point is, it got put out into the atmosphere and it came to pass. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that the Jordan Reed did come to pass. I'm not saying that the Jadeveon Clowney is going to come to pass, but it's out there in the atmosphere. So I'm just putting that out there.
Oh no, I thought you meant I thought I missed something today in the presser. I thought you insinuated something again today.
No, not at all.
Okay,
I'm just saying it's out there in the atmosphere, and usually when it's in the 49ers atmosphere, it kind of comes to pass, especially when it's 49er driven, not just people speculating.
Right. Okay. All right. So we got to, man, this is going to be a very, very fun show. We got to keep our eyes and ears peeled because we don't know what's going to happen, man. This team is rocking and rolling. All right. So where do you guys want to start? Y'all want to start with Jordan Reed? Y'all want to start with the breaking down the presser, which is going to lead back to Jordan Reed? You want to start with George Kittle? I mean, how you guys want to do it today?
Well, let's talk about, some injury news real quick. So Alex Barrett, obviously we re-signed back since the last time that we spoke, who was on the 2019 practice squad. Is he going to be a practice squad person again this year? And then obviously injury news with DJ Reed being placed on the IR for the rest of the year. So his 2020-2021 season is done completely. And that was reported by, I believe, Matt Mayoko. I can pull that up here once I find it. I don't know where it went, but not that one. My bad. I'll have to upload it. But yeah, so injury news. We did get back to 80 with the Alex Barrett signing, and then now, like you said earlier, Mike, is. You said in the breaking news video is what is the corresponding move going to be for bringing in Jordan Reed?
Uh-oh. Did Nick go on mute? Oh, you stopped. It was a delay. I saw your lips going, but it must have been a delay. Yeah, I think that the move was the DJ Reed. I think Lynch said that in the presser that in order to bring Reed in, the corresponding move was going to be DJ Reed, and that was a tough decision, putting him on the injury reserve. And anyone who goes on injury reserve during preseason is done for the year, right? So that's tough because we got to keep an eye on that. I think that's a move that I learned last offseason. I knew that injury reserve existed post week 1 and pre week 1, but I didn't know the differences. If the team, you have to make the 53-man roster first. And then you put on IR in order to come back.
Exactly.
Right. And if it happens before, then you're just flat out done. And so I didn't know that. So it's a bad thing for DJ Reed to get it. He was somebody I was looking forward to seeing out there this year. But things have happened, man. Some other moves. Richie James was upgraded, and he was taken off of the COVID list and put on the NFI list. So he is back. And he counts as a spot for the 49ers. Also,
Kentavious Street.
Sean Poindexter and Kentavious Street have been activated and taking off of the little preseason NFI list or whatever it is. So these guys are all here and ready to play, man. This is good. This is a big year for Kentavious Street. I don't know much about Sean Poindexter, but this is a make or break season or maybe even preseason for Kentavious Street.
Yeah, the only thing that concerns me about Street is he's a really strong guy, but he's a heavy guy, and he just, I heard Dre talking about him on his podcast earlier. He has trouble staying healthy, and I wonder if that's because of the I think he tore his ACL. If that's because of the tear or whatnot, and with all the weight, that he's carrying, I wonder if that plays a role into him staying healthy. But again, if he's playing a depth role and we can have him healthy, man, that's a big bonus. I am a little disappointed because I thought that the 49ers would, to fill their roster, I thought they would bring back a guy that I really have high stakes in, and I'm hoping the 49ers could find a way to get him back on this team at some point, and that's defensive end Demontre Moore. Like I thought he would have been the guy that would have been filling that spot, not Alex Barrett or whatnot. But let's see what happens in the future with the 49ers, because I think I would love to have this guy on the team. We saw how productive he was when he came in before his injury, and it was just like the team never skipped a beat on defense. They were still getting to the passer. So I'm a little disappointed in him not being one of those John Lynch's guys that he, one of those moves or whatnot, but I'm hoping he will be a move in the near future for the 49ers.
I like it. I got to get that soggy ass hat out my background if we're going to stay in this view.
I love that hat, bro. That's the bulletproof 49er emblem hat.
Yeah, but this was my bucket hat was looking a little soggy back there, so I had to take that one out. I ain't like the way it was representing for me over there. So, but yeah,
decorating, and I'm trying to give my soliloquy on who we should have brought back, and he doing interior decorating. This is why I love this show,
bro. If shit is not equal on like sides,
oh my god,
bro! If he walking around with a shoulder like this, he gonna be walking around like.
I didn't pull anything over here. I didn't pull anything over here in this corner.
But
I let it go.
I'm giving a heartfelt warm.
It's another soggy bucket hat over here. I didn't bother that one because you couldn't see it.
I'm giving an Oscar award-winning speech, on who we should have and how Demontre Moore. And that's Mike's guy. He's just like.
It was a soggy hat, bro. It's a soggy hat. And no, let me tell you, man, I do think that we should keep our eyes on Demontre Moore. Listen, man, the Niners brought back Barrett. What position does Barrett play?
Defensive line.
He's a defensive lineman, man. We know that they brought in Demontre Moore for a workout and things like that. Apparently, it didn't work out for whatever reason, but they ended up signing Barrett instead. We hear the rumblings about Clowney. They're clearly looking for some more depth on that line. Street has a chance to prove it. He has a chance to prove it. He's got to take advantage of it, though, man, because the Niners are putting him on notice with these signings. You can say what you want, but they're putting him on notice, man. You got to show up right now. Well, not later, not next season, right now.
And he definitely should be put on notice. We're getting to that, what is this going to be his third year? And, he hasn't played a full season. He's played a snap here and there, and, he should be put on notice. And a guy like Demontre Moore is a guy that should, I think deserves to come back and be depth on this team with a opportunity to play more snaps. So we know, look, I've gone and said on our show that when we first signed Demontre Moore that he was a camp body, and the dude came here and proved that, he's more than that. So, as it should be, Kentavious Street should definitely be put on notice.
All right. Let's keep it moving, though, guys. We have some more roster moves. So let me. All right. I'm not going to jump all the way into this presser because we still have to decide if we want to go with the conversations from Jordan Reed. Do we want to dive back into that? Because that was the other roster move that the team made. They officially signed Jordan Reed to a 1-year contract. We don't have the details on it yet, but if you listen at the presser, John Lynch basically said it's a low-risk, high-reward. They're well aware of his injury history and his lack of production over the last season. So, look, man, are we going to try to see if this is something that do you guys want to start there? Because
let's just start with the presser, because then we can start breaking the stuff down individually, because he talked about everything in the presser.
Beautiful. I have everything in order from the presser that I felt I felt was worth talking about. If there's something else that you guys wanted to do, please, please, please let me know. But the first thing is this. This is what stood out to me, and I got excited. Kyle Shanahan said, and I quote, "Today was the first day we were able to get all 90 men back in the building." And I was like, oh, shit, it's a 90-man roster. That's great.
Yeah, he
right?
said he trickling down to the 80.
He said 90 at first, and then like 10 minutes later, he said 80, and I was like, oh, he's playing on my emotions. Which one is it, guys? Do y'all know for sure? How do we let people know? They're watching us for information. How do we let the masses know? The Niners have a 90-man roster or an 80-man roster?
I think by the time sets, they're gonna have the 80-man roster. I think maybe he made a mistake and said 90. Because I definitely heard him say it too. And when he said it, all I could think was Mike getting amped. That's the only thing that came to my mind when he said that. But when he retracted and he went back and he said, getting it down to 80, it's definitely going to be at 80. I think that's what the league is saying. So that's what it's going to be. But maybe they got him in there right now. And he talked, the cool thing about it was he talked about how it was. Like, they have their little theater. Because what he said was he was able to get all 90 men in that theater for the meeting. That's what he said. But he said that, when they got to do certain things, they got to break them down because people got to be 6 feet apart, blah, 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 all that good stuff, all the COVID rules or whatnot. But I think it's going to be 80 man when it comes down to it.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's already at 80. I think it's just, it's regiment to say 90, right? Like, it's new to these guys that they have to be at 80. So they've done for so many years that it's a 90-man roster. And now, they've already cut a ton of people. So it's already definitely down to 80. I think it was just a misspeak. He misspoke on it and said 90 instead of 80 because of the fact that they're so used to saying 90. So I think I definitely know it's going to be 80. Like Wayne was saying, 80 is the number that the NFL has to do. Some people can do 90 until August 16th, I believe. And then, you have to be down to 80. So I feel like they've already cut who they want to get it down to 80 to get a good look at the guys that they have and see, who has a real big opportunity of making this team or not.
Yeah, very good, guys. I concluded the same thing later on in the presser. He did say he mentioned 80-man roster. So, my excitement was very short-lived. I got about 10 minutes of it. 10 minutes. I felt like Brock Rudder could be back. He's coming. And then
out of all the people, Brock was the guy, huh?
Yes. Yeah. Listen, man, I think he's our backup QB, but he's not even on the roster. How can I feel that way? How can I feel that way? So Brock Rudder is gone, and I have to keep it moving, but it's all good. It is what it is. Something that that stood out to me, and we do it a lot on this show, and I don't hear it a lot in the rest of the fan base. When they asked each of the guys about their extensions, and they asked John Lynch what he meant about I'm not going to be a lifer at this, or I'm not doing this for life type of thing, But something I noticed was how both of these guys praised the Jed York and the York family. And that's something that doesn't happen a lot in this fan base. We couldn't wait to bash Jed York, the move out of San Francisco into Santa Clara, the hiring of Jim Tomsula, the firing of Jim Harbaugh, both of which were just two separate disasters that were so close in time with each other. The Chip Kelly experiment, it was, Jed York is horrible, sell the team, get over it. Every opportunity this head coach and this GM gets, they send so much praise to the York family. So I just wanted to go over that really quick and see how you guys felt about it. Were you guys two of the guys? I don't think we were involved with Breezy at the time of the Jim Harbaugh transition and all that stuff. So I don't know how you felt about Jed York at that time. What were your guys' takes on Jed York back then, and have they changed?
Well, my takes on Jed York back then were, I wanted him. I'm the type of person that I want the owner to stay out of football. Like stay away from the locker room, stay away from whatever, hire people to do stuff. And I guess I had issues with Jed York because I was a big Jim Harbaugh guy, and I felt like he took sides with the general manager and let let go of a good head coach. And for that, like I my dislike for Jed York just it went up. It went up even higher. So I wasn't feeling Jed York. But you know what? After Jim was gone and Jed kept trying to do, owner things, I saw him trying to make moves. And he got Chip Kelly in here after Tom Sula or whatnot. And then it was just like, all right, he's trying, right? He's trying to get a grasp on football. And he was no different. I had to look at him as a football player. He was no different than a rookie, right? Trying to get their stuff under grasp, and now he's starting to get some seasoning in him. And when he decided to scrap everything and he came out and said, my bad, there was nothing I could hold against Jed York, because for a man to apologize, that does it for me. So that right there said, you know what? I accept your apology. I'm letting go of the past. I'm moving forward with whatever it is you choose to do. And look what he's done so far. So absolutely my views and have changed for Jed York.
I love that. That was well said. And I paid attention the whole time, Breezy. I paid attention the whole time. Nick.
Yeah, I mean, everything that Wayne said is on point. And, I've never really, we can go back to years, and when he came out and had a heartfelt apology to the fans saying, we're going to get this better, we're going to do this, I truly believed him at that time. And I feel like he has put the team and the decisions that he has made in front of everything else. And I feel that he's done a really good job, and I think that he deserves some slack. The Niners went, look, the hardball years were great, right? And, but right now, this team, even though we had good seasons when Harbaugh was here, and obviously it didn't end up the way that it should have ended up in those 3 seasons, but the how can I say this? The meshing between John Lynch, between Trent Baalke and Harbaugh was the X factor in that situation, right? So that could have been a very good marriage and could have gone the same way that John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan is. If you look back, the Niners have always been successful when they have a GM and a head coach that get, meshed perfectly. And John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan are that duo. And that is what Jed York tried to do with Trent Baalke and Harbaugh. He tried to get that meshing going. And Harbaugh didn't want to do that, right? He wanted complete control.
Autonomy.
Right. He wanted complete everything on him. And Trent Baalke was the same way. He wanted to be the guy, right? So now, Jed York's seen that and said, look, we need this. So what's he do? He hires the head coach and says, and Kyle Shanahan says, I think we should bring John Lynch in. He went with the head coach. He trusted the head coach, right? Now, the extension for Kyle Shanahan also came because of the fact that Kyle Shanahan came in as a first-time head coach and wasn't making a ton of money. And they were promised at the offseason, at the Super Bowl, that they were going to do Kyle Shanahan first and then move on to John Lynch, which is what they've done. They built a team, and that's what we have now. So I think he deserves that all that animosity to go away. He's doing what it takes to make a winning team, and he's being successful at it. So just, cut him some slack.
Yeah, you guys summed it up very well. I think the biggest word with all of this is sincerity. Jed York bared his soul. I have never heard a man apologize as much and as often as he did publicly. Not some BS written statement. This man was on camera at the mic, and you could hear it in his voice how sorry he was for how things played out. He was never sorry for any of the hires he made, and no man should be, right? You made a decision, you stick with it, right or wrong. All right, I was wrong, acknowledge it, but keep it moving. Learn from those mistakes, and he did just that, man. I'm not going to touch on anything that you guys said. That was beautifully said, guys. Shout out to Jed York and the York family. I saw some of the comments in there. It wasn't really Jed York I was upset about. It was John York and all that. So, it is what it is. But guys, like I said, Jed York has shown you, give him 3 years, to rebound, and he can get his team back to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
People keep pretending that Jed York had this team since 2000. He got it in 2010. 3 years later, they were in the Super Bowl.
They were.
We went through a little bit of a downfall. He got his head coach again here, and 3 years later, they were in the Super Bowl. Let him get his guy. Give him 3 years, and we'll see what happens. Now that guy has an extension. I'm telling you, this team could be on to something special, man. They really, really could be. All right, let's keep it moving, guys.
Yeah, so definitely, we definitely have to applaud Jed York for what he's done, right? So now we have our head coach and our general manager locked up for the foreseeable future. But, you know, as John Lynch said, you know, is it going to be a lifer? And then Kyle Shanahan answers, no, none of us are going to be doing this till we're 80.
Right.
So, you know, but right now that.
But you know what he did say, Nick? He did say, I'll be doing this for the next 5 years.
I'll be doing this for the next 5 years. And he also said, my wife is happy.
Yes.
As well as Kyle Shanahan said,
here you go.
I broke the Shanahan record of 4 years.
4 years. There you go.
And my family had a celebration for it, and they're excited to be here. John Lynch's family and his wife, and you guys all know, well, I don't know yet because I'm divorced, but happy wife equals happy life. So, you know, but
that's what it is.
You know what I mean? So I'm divorced, so I don't know the happy wife, happy life type of thing. But, you know, hey, they say it works.
This guy. Oh, God. Okay. All right, man. They do say that's the key to happiness, right? So we'll see. Some of us.
Hey, where's Melissa at? Let's ask Melissa.
Hey, no, I'm not. See, happy. Don't do that. Don't do that to your boy. All right.
I'll be having you divorced.
I know, right? I got a couple more points from the thing here. Kyle was open about communication with Kittle and started talking about the salary cap. So this was something that I thought was super interesting. All right. They asked Kyle Shanahan about Kittle and his extension and, you know, that kind of stuff. And, you know, right away, he started talking about the salary cap. It wasn't about we want to get this done and da-da-da-da-da. He started talking about the salary cap when it was time to talk about George Kittle's extension. Does that confirm what we've been talking about? That the extension is going to come when we know more about the salary cap next year?
It may come as I think they know about the salary cap. I know they don't know what numbers they're going to be getting, but I heard people talking about it going up or whatnot, but due to COVID, whatever. I think they have an inkling of what's going on. I think what's holding up the deal is probably like how much they can. It's just how they can finagle whatever it is the offer is in the language of the contract. And because they don't have a set number, Mike, which answers your question, because they don't have that set number for what they're going to project in 2021, it's really hard to make him the deal that he, you know, that they're trying to offer, or that it's really hard to get the deal signed at this moment. And at the end of the day, he's going to be the highest paid tight end. It's just that he may not be the highest paid tight end at the number that him and his agent are trying to get, because there's just no, there's no set thing on what that cap is going to be going into 2021 due to COVID. So because, like you said, is that a reason why it's stopped or paused or whatever? It's going through arbitration. Yes. When will it be resolved? It's really on George Kittle. Like, it's really on him to what he is going to accept or whatnot. I'm sure the 49ers put out a good number because, listen, at the end of the day, and I said this on Twitter, at the end of the day, when players do solids for the 49ers, they 99% out of 100 take care of those players. And Eric Armstead did him a solid, right? He played on that 1 year that 5-year whatever option deal or whatnot, whatever. He didn't complain about getting an extension. He didn't ask for an extension. He didn't do any of that type of stuff. And I'm not comparing him to George Kittle. This is not what this is about. But what did they do?
They took care of him.
I'm done.
They took care of him. Nate, man, what are your thoughts?
Look, I mean, right now, look, the team knows they're not going to go any lower than 175 million. They have an idea of where the cap is going to be, right? They could be saying, hey, look, until we know a little bit further, look, we want you here. We're going to be at these numbers that you want to be at, right? We don't know this. And they both, John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan and Jed York, they want George Kittle to be here for the foreseeable future. They want him to finish in a 49ers uniform, right? They said it today how much George Kittle means to this offense or how much he means to this team inside the locker room, on the field, and outside the locker room. George Kittle's a stand-up guy, a hell of a player, and he is a 49er. And I believe that this front office will get it done. I believe that there's I guess I could say a stepping stone right now or a boulder in the way due to the fact of COVID, right? I asked you guys this question the other night, and you both said yes. If COVID wasn't right now, we knew what the salary cap was going to be going into next year, George Kittle would be signed by now. But there are stipulations and things that the team has to work around, and I believe that George Kittle is going to say, you know what? He's going to show up. He already showed up at camp. He's not going to hold out, right? They could be saying, look, once we get more information, we will get you signed. Like they could have just put this, they could be right there and put it on the back burner because they don't have the money right now. We need to know what the numbers are going to be. If it's going to be more than 175 million, this is what you're going to get. If it's going to be at 175 million, then this is what you're going to get. And George Kittle could be damn well in fact saying, okay, let's just do that. Let's just play on that. So I'm not worried about the whole George Kittle signing. I think that George Kittle will be a 49er for years to come. And I don't think there's any reason to be nervous about it or anything like that. So, just keep our heads high. Hope that the money doesn't go down. George Kittle gets what he deserves on this team. And, it's not even just about George Kittle anymore. It's about the entire NFL.
Yeah, so I'm looking up something, and I think this is going to be maybe we could see something like this happen. Maybe not. But what I'm looking up is Austin Hooper's contract. We all know that he's on the tag, the $11.5 million, right? And that's fully guaranteed. Oh, wait, no, that's not the tag. That's his number for this year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because he got signed with the Browns.
Right, yeah. He's with the Browns. That's his number. The 11.5 is his yearly cash figure, right? What I'm trying to do, and maybe we see this happen, right? What if the 49ers, if they get all right, we want to extend George. We don't know what the cap is going to be. Is it possible that we just flat out see a contract where it's a percentage of the salary cap?
It'll be the first.
No, because some quarterbacks have that written in there. You know what I mean? Like franchise players have those kind of deals written into their thing. So I'm trying to look up and see what Austin Hooper's percentage of the salary cap is, because then you know what it's going to be. You know what I'm saying?
Understood.
It's not like it's a mystery. There's a way on spotrack.com where you can see what the salary of each position is based off of the percentage. And I can't find it. Oh, here we go. Cap hit percentage. Here we go. So it's Austin Hooper. So right now, Austin Hooper's salary cap, wow, it's only 1.75%. So if the 49ers offer George Kittle 2% and it's $200 million, that's $20 million. That's a lot of money. But if it's $200
million.
Yeah. Right? Is my math right? That can't be right.
$2 million. That's $2 million. Right?
$4 million. If it's $200 million and it's 2%, it's $4 million.
$4 million.
Because this thing, all right, I found it on Spot Rack here, and it says, let me make sure that was Austin Hooper I was looking at. Austin Hooper, cap percent hit. It says 1.75. That can't be right. Right? Can it? Oh, wait, his number's in parentheses. But my point is this. Could we see something like that? Let me not sit here and pretend to be the mathematician that I'm not. All right. Did we put this comment up here? Thanks, Sean. 80.5 for sure. John Lynch looked angry during the interview. He looked like he was going to tackle reporters. Why is Poindexter on the team? Height, experience, knows the playbook. That's all I got for you. I don't know anything else.
He's another one that's been struggling since he tore his ACL. He's gonna have a tough time probably making this team, but with the injury to Richie James, it's a possibility that he ends up making the cut. But we got some wide receivers in here, so it's not going to be an easy go round for who's going to make this cut. That's something I love the most about this, man, because we talking about Trent Taylor and all these guys, Jalen Hurd, who's from what we heard has the green light. Like he is ready in a full go when training camp starts. So there's a bunch of wide receivers, you know. I think we have 2 injured right now, right? Debo and Richie James. So we shall see what's going to happen, but we haven't seen Sean Poindexter play 1 snap.
I can't figure this out. No,
not right now. No.
So let me ask you this question: do you think the Niners just signed George Kittle to a 1-year extension to where they can give him his bigger contract?
That's a great idea.
Do you think, like, right now and just say, hey, look, we'll give you, you know.
But why do that?
Look,
Nick?
what's he
Why do that, Nick, when they can just pay him, they can just franchise tag him next year? And it might be cheaper.
This is right. But I'm saying they could pay him a little bit more. So let's just say,
okay,
you know, what's the franchise tag at right now for a tight end?
Isn't it like
11.5?
10, 11, something like that.
Okay, so if they give, with the money situation, and I'm not saying that I would do this. I'm just saying, is it possible that they would do this? You know, give him that average salary of what he wants a year for that 1 extra year, but then, so basically you just keep him so that he stays under contract not only this year but next year as well, and then next year work on that long-term deal.
When they know what the cap.
When they know what they get money-wise.
No.
Yeah,
I understand your question, and I see where you're going, but I think that by this time next year, NFL will resume regular business. So I don't think that there's going to be a need to give a contract based off of uncertainty in the future. You get what I'm saying? So right now, the reason why, like you said, to start this whole topic, we all agreed that if the salary cap was set, Kittle would be extended by now.
Correct.
The reason he's not is because we don't know. And so because we don't know, you're asking, is it possible to give him a 1-year extension for next season and avoid all this? And then once they know what the cap is going to be, they can give him the long-term deal. But I think this time next year, we have it all figured out. And so that's why I'm saying that.
Right.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah. No, and I'm just saying that will buy the team more time. Just saying, hey, look, you're going to be under contract at $12 million next year, right? But we're not going to finish that season. We're going to give you a contract extension, and it's going to work itself out to where he's making that 12.5 over, you know, 12.5, $13 million, whatever it may be, over the next 5 or 6 years.
Right.
So it just buys the team more time. Just a way of buying themselves time.
Now, I wonder if you could do a franchise tag with incentives, or is a franchise tag just that? Are you allowed to provide incentives on top of a franchise tag?
I don't believe so.
I don't think so, but I'll have to. Yeah, that's something I got to look into. I don't think you can do that.
All right. Okay. I didn't know. I was just wondering. All right. So let's keep this thing moving here. If I seem distracted, it's because I'm doing some research here. I am looking at Jordan Reed's last good game of 2018 and trying to evaluate on what I think. Alex Smith was looking at this dude a lot.
That was his blanket.
He's thrown him the ball at least 7 times, and they're in the third quarter already. Like, he's thrown
Alex Smith, he likes tight ends.
That is true. That is true.
As Vernon Davis. Like that's
all right. So speaking of Jordan Reed, all right. So the next thing I have on here, and guys, if you have anything in this pressure that you want to, throw in here, feel free. I'm just running down my list of the notes that I took on the presser from today. Jordan Reed's health is what it is. This is from John Lynch. He basically said his health is what it is. during the breaking news show, people compared him to Jason Verrett. And I wanted to talk to you guys about that, right? What is Jordan Reed's role going to be here, right? And the reason I'm saying that is because the Jason Verrett thing really got me, because I was the guy who said that while Jason Verrett was here and practicing and looking like he was going to take someone's job, another corner, my guy, Akello, was playing lights out. And then as soon as Jason went in and he got burnt and Akello came back, it was like, yeah, he ain't getting my job. I'm not worried about it. Could Jordan Reed be here to push somebody in a different way? Or could he be here for a roster spot? Or could it be both? Could he be here to elevate the play of everybody in that tight end room?
I think, and then I'll let Wayne go, but I think a lot of this has to do with keeping defenses in a base and running 2 and 3 tight end sets, and also being a chess piece. And basically what I mean by that is allowing George Kittle, look, you can put Kyle Juszczyk, George Kittle, and Jordan Reed on the field all at the same time, right? All at the same time. And you have to keep defenses guessing, right? If this guy can stay healthy. The only way that I mix these two guys with Jason Verrett and Jordan Reed is their injury history, right? Their play on the field, Jordan Reed, when healthy, can block, can catch, and can run with the football in his hands. And look, it's a chess piece. I said it earlier, and then John Lynch reiterated that. It's low risk, high reward. It's a low risk, high reward move. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. Mm-hmm. But you can run different sets now with 2, 3 tight ends, or 2 tight ends and a fullback, and keep defenses in base and second guessing.
Or 2 tight ends, 2 running backs, 22 personnel. Right. Nick, you said it.
You can do with it.
Yeah.
And Jordan Reed, you heard Kyle Shanahan today. He's one of the best third down tight ends.
Yes, sir.
When healthy.
In the league.
Yes, now, sir. Listen to this.
When
right?
healthy. We keep saying when healthy, and I get it. That's the caveat. Like, he hasn't had a healthy season his whole career. Maybe since his rookie season, right? We keep saying that. But listen, guys, look, I'm going to keep it 100. Nobody wanted to play for the Redskins. Let's just keep it a buck. They were a trash dump fire organization ever since Kyle Shanahan and those guys left out of there. No one wanted to play. I'm not saying Jordan Reed was faking injuries to not play the game or whatnot, but I wouldn't put it past I wouldn't put it past a superstar. I just wouldn't put it past a superstar, and it happens. I'm gonna keep it a buck, and let's not act like we don't know that it doesn't happen. Listen, the thing that I love about the Jordan Reed thing is the simple fact that he's coming back to a coach that he loves. He's coming back to play for a coach that he loves. And how do I know that he loves Kyle Shanahan? Well, he took an incentive. Gosh darn it. I'm going to write that word on the chalkboard 100 times. He took an incentive-based contract to play for a team. And he could have probably did that anywhere, but he chose to do it here with a coach with an offense that he's comfortable with. I get it. He has to stay healthy. And when people say that, I think back to guys that we had, and I think Niner Empire 999 put it in here. What about Jimmy Ward? He couldn't stay healthy.
Well, what I was going to say was the Niners now have 2 guys who missed the entire last season from the same football team. There are people that we know for a fact were healthy enough to play, but said, nah. So I'm putting some credence with you, bro. I'm seeing what you're saying. So I like it. Let me tell you, I'm watching this right here. Alex Smith just threw his pick 6.
Can I ask y'all one question? What the hell is an incentive? That's got to be a word. It's got to be a word. It's not a word. It's not a word.
It's a we got to come up with a word for it's like a breezy
incentive. I make up my own words. I think one time I was at a meeting, and they asked me how I was feeling. I was like, I'm feeling discombobulated, and they were like, well, what can we do to help you not feel discombobulated? I was like, to get recombobulated. Like, I make up my own words. Like I literally do, and it's okay. I'm a songwriter, man. That's what we do. We make up words that rhyme. All right, back to you guys.
We're gonna get Breezy recombobulated here, but yeah, man. You know, we got not like I'm watching this game. I understand Alex is throwing him a lot. I don't know, bro. I don't know. I think I would have rather had Delaney Walker. I'm just saying. Listen, Alex Smith just threw a 102-yard pick six, and Jordan Reed just stopped.
And that's because he didn't want to play for that stinking franchise, bro. No
he just
disrespect.
stopped in his route.
I'm telling you, it was a big disconnect there, yo. Big disconnect. And Alex Smith was way after Kyle Shanahan days. Big disconnect. You got to go back to Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, this is 2018. Yeah,
you got to go back to Kirk Cousins when they were in lock and key. You got to go back to those
so
days.
many years. That's why
I understand.
So the reason I didn't want to look at film that old is because the speed, the strength, all that kind of stuff could be different. I think he's probably stronger now, but slower. You get what I'm saying?
I understand that,
because
but
he's getting older. So I wanted to try to look at something that looked decent, but okay, there you go, across the middle.
I tell you one thing Jordan Reed does have, and that's a short set of paws. The man can catch the ball, and he's very skilled at catching the ball. And I think he's going to have, if he makes this team, bearing any type of injuries, I think he's going to have a great career. Now, and I think Nick said it earlier on the show. We ain't asking you to go out and get 900,000 yards. Give me 400 yards max. Give me 4 touchdowns. You had a good career, or a good 1 year career with the 49ers.
Put up Kendrick Bourne numbers, and we will celebrate.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Right,
and then you can take that measure right there, guys, and then this guy's bet on himself. And mind you, he get to the Super Bowl, he can get some money. You get what this is what incentives are about, guys. He reaches certain marks, he's going to work on getting his money. So I'm all for this. And this is a big thing. And I know the bigger thing is going to happen at some point, but this is a big thing because when he was a free agent, and I kept saying, yo, I think we should get Jordan Reed, guys. This was a long time. This was before the draft. Let's get him. Like, he knows the system. Well, he stays injured, blah, blah, blah. I know, but he knows this system. We went out and got Trent Williams, another injured guy. He sat out a year, gave up a year in his contract. He didn't like it there. Right? He gave up a year in his contract. You're getting another guy who probably did the same thing. And I'm not saying he didn't have a concussion or whatnot, but did he really have to sit out a whole season from a concussion? It's yes or no. I mean, it's really up to him. It's really up to him and his doctors.
And if he did, this would be the second guy that the Niners picked up that missed an entire season due to a concussion. You guys know who the other one was?
Preach.
Who?
I said preach. Tell us.
Oh, you know who the other one was? You want to guess? Weston Richburg, remember? He got that concussion with the Giants, and they were like, yeah, nah. Never look back. So, but I will tell you this. When Weston Richburg is out there, he's one of the nastiest offensive linemen we got, and I love him, man. I freaking love him. Breezy, you got a message here, man. This one is free. What?
Does instead sound like sedative? I can't even curse at Sean because he's a preacher. No, it does not.
Cracking me up.
Oh my god! All right, let's keep this show rocking, man. Sean is crazy, bro. He is crazy.
Jordan Reed's last in 2018 was what? 13 games, 54 receptions, 558 yards, 10.3 yards per average. Longest was a 34, 2 touchdowns, 26 first downs, and he has a 48.15 first down percentage and 7+ over 20.
Mm-hmm.
So 7 of 20+ over touchdowns. Look, this guy, we said it earlier, man. Don't look for this guy to come in here and put up George Kittle numbers.
You said it.
Right? Look for this guy to spell off of George Kittle as well as spell with him while on the field at the same time. What this also does in our run game is going to be immaculate. Running 2 tight end sets with those type of blockers on the field. Dude, you add Trent Williams to this line. You add Jordan Reed and George Kittle.
He's going to be on that side, Nick. Oh.
Hella blockers.
Our run game is going to be phenomenal. You know who this benefits the most? Because all those guys you name play on the edge. You know what running back this benefits the most?
Oh,
Raheem Mostert, baby. Oh my God! Don't get me started.
A guy they reworked and restructured a contract for that nobody
gave him
thought.
incentives.
Incentives. Mm-hmm.
All right, listen. All right, let me tell you.
Somebody said Jordan Reed can block. I really need them to go back and watch some Jordan Reed. That's one of his greatest attributes.
The play, the formation I'm most excited to see is the 5 offensive linemen, the quarterback, Jordan Reed on one side, George Kittle on one side, Kyle Juszczyk in there. How many players is that? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
9, yeah.
That's only 9?
And the quarterback,
5 offensive linemen. The quarterback is 6.
Yep.
And 2 tight ends. That's 8. Kyle Juszczyk is 9.
Mm-hmm.
Give me
Debo
Jalen Hurd.
Brandon Ayuk.
No, give me Jalen Hurd as the 1 wide receiver. And listen to this.
Put a back there, bro.
Listen to the back I'm going to put in there. Y'all ain't going to never guess it. Listen to the back I'm going to put in there. Jeff Wilson Jr., former wide receiver. Do you know the hands
or Jerick McKinnon
physicality on that field for that? Because they're going to send out all defensive linemen.
You keep sleeping
all defensive linemen out there for that.
Here's why I put Jet in there over your boy Jeff Wilson, who's also like a wide receiver, because there's
wide receiver
and because there's no one on that defensive line that can cover him. No one. He can outrun everybody on that first level and second level. And if he gets the ball out of the backfield on a halfback, boom, out choice, whatever you want to call it, OMG. OMG.
Oh my God.
Yo,
okay.
Jordan Reed will also be another red zone factor.
Oh, we didn't talk about that. That's right.
And obviously he runs a 4.72, so he's slower than George Kittle, but he doesn't play at a 4.72.
Right. Correct.
Right. So even though a 4.72 is still quick in the NFL, that's still pretty fast, right? Obviously, it's not 4.5 or 4.4 or 4.3.
Faster than me.
But it's still fast in the NFL. And look, man, red zone threats with him, Kittle. You got a Brandon Ayuk or a Jalen Hurd who's tall as well. Look, you got George Kittle.
Y'all keep sleeping on Ross Dwelly and y'all and the rookie.
We can't answer this question until we get to later on. Like we're in camp season now. Now this is when we start the shows with who's the odd man out and stuff like that. So we'll get to this kind of stuff later on. We can't answer that. But go ahead, Nick. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No. I was just saying red zone threats. You line up with a Jalen Hurd, George Kittle,
13%,
and a Jordan Reed.
Hell, or even a Kendrick Bourne. Don't take our best red zone threat out. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just saying somewhat with the height.
Oh, you're talking about the size. Oh, you're going with the Giants. Okay, I see what you're saying.
Size.
You're putting the jump ball guys out there.
Yeah, I'm going solid size. Guys.
So, yeah. I'm liking that. Forget.
I can see.
Matter in the red zone.
I can see Ayuk being out there due to his
extendability
too. So you could throw him a fade route, let him go up, put that elastic arm up in the air, come down with the ball. I could see that, Nick. Oh man, I'm ready to play.
Look, this is going to be it for me on the Jordan Reed thing. We just talked about it with the Jadeveon Clowney stuff. If it doesn't hurt the cap and it's an incentive-based deal, why not do it?
Right. That's it.
That was it. That's it. I'm done. There's nothing else to say.
All right, so Shanahan gave us one other thing here, man. I saw you guys putting. I don't know what the images are. I don't know if you guys want to pop them up there or not. I don't remember what they were, but this one's going to be about the running back situation. They were asking him some of the difficulties going forward and talking about how this offseason is going to go and the practices and things like that. And one of the things that Coach Shanahan started talking about was evaluating running backs on this roster, right? So we're going to do two things here. I'm gonna ask you guys, how do you think they do it? Who do you think it affects the most? And the other thing is, who does it favor the most? Okay, Shanahan said one of the best ways that he would evaluate the running backs was preseason football. That's why they got so many carries. How do they break tackles? How do they bounce off of people? How do they find the holes? Right? But because we don't hit in practice for real, he said, I don't know how it's going to be this year. Maybe we actually have to do tackling, like, full contact practices, which we haven't done since we've been here. Who do you think that hurts if we can't evaluate running backs tackling? and who do you think it benefits? Now he didn't rule out that maybe we will have to do some tackling, but he's saying that if we don't, it's going to definitely make it harder to evaluate. If you can't evaluate some of these guys, who does it hurt, and then who does it benefit?
I'm not understanding why would that affect the running backs?
Because, all right, so specifically with the running back group, you have to hit the hole, and you have to be able to every running back is going to get contact made with them fairly early in the play from the line of scrimmage. I'm not talking about seconds. I'm saying even if you're doing a sweep like Raheem Mostert, he's going to run 17 yards towards the sideline, and when he cuts up, there's going to be someone there that you have to beat before it's a gain of anything.
I guess now that I understand it, I guess I'm not sure. I think it only affects the newer guys. I don't think it would affect Mostert much. You're not using. I mean, you know what you're going to get out of Coleman. You know what you're going to get out of Mostert. You don't really know what you're going to get out of McKinnon, but at least he's played professional, NFL talent before. So you kind of know what you're going to get depending on how you're going to use them. I guess it's the newer guys. Like those are the guys you want to be able to evaluate. And there's listen, he said there's 16 days and you can only practice with pads.
15 days and 14 practices.
14 practices. Okay, you got it. So there's 15 days with 14 practices, and you can't wear pads all those days. I don't think. I'm not sure. Or you can wear all those days. I can't remember what he said.
He says the normal off season you're allowed to do 14 days of padded practices.
Right. So there's 15 days and 14 practices. So they're gonna have to practice with pads.
But it's impossible. We can't do it.
They gotta let their bodies recoup.
Right.
So it's gonna be different. I don't see how that's going to affect the run game because only thing as far as tackling, I know I think runners maybe for fumbling issues, like who's going to be able to hold on to the ball? How will we know? How can we evaluate a fumbler or not? I guess you got to wait till game time or whatnot to see how well guys can secure the ball.
But that ain't the time you want to see it, bro. That's crazy.
It's not, but that's what it is. I mean, that's the transition of the new era of the COVID league. Like we have to. It's just gonna have to be a trial and an era type thing, man, going forward. I think this season's gonna be much of that. It's gonna be like that for every team, but I think it affects the younger guys. It affects the guys that don't get to see too many personnel groups. So maybe this does affect the running backs because how do they get out there and line up in positions if they don't know? I don't know, Mike. I think tackling for me, I'd want to see the defense tackling, and that's who I would be evaluating because I want to see which linebackers is getting out there depth-wise, side to side.
You can't change the question, bro.
I know, my fault. Running backs. I don't know.
All good. No, it's a tough one. That's why I wanted to ask you guys' opinion. Nick, man, who do you think it affects negatively the most, and then who do you think it helps? If you have a specific person, like I like what Breezy did. He said the rookies are going to be the ones negatively affected by it. Do you agree with that? Do you disagree? And who do you think it helps the most?
I do agree with Breezy, so I'm not going to go too much into that. But he had Jerick McKinnon on that list, but I don't believe that it hurts Jerick McKinnon because Jerick McKinnon had a full offseason with this team, if you remember, and got hurt the very last practice before the season started. So I don't think it hurts Jerick McKinnon so much. I don't believe it hurts Raheem Mostert. If this team didn't believe in Raheem Mostert, they wouldn't have redid his deal as well. So that's another sign that it doesn't hurt him. But it definitely is going to hurt, Ahmed and Hasty, Jamarcus Hasty, right? Jamichael. Yeah, I'm thinking Jamarcus. Jamichael Hasty and Salvin Ahmed. I think it's going to hurt them a little bit. As for running backs, it may even hurt Jeff Wilson Jr. a little bit. It may hurt Jeff Wilson Jr. a little bit, but I believe that those two, Ahmed and Hastings, are the ones that are going to, suffer the consequences the most if they don't show out at camp.
And Nick, I can see what you mean by Jeff Wilson Jr. because this will be the year of progression for him. He would get more, He would get more responsibility out of the backfield this year. And because there's no camp for him to get that, There is training camp, but there's not a, you know what I'm trying to say. You're not going to be able to really evaluate how much he's progressed. So I get the Jeff Wilson Jr. I mean, you could use him on goal lines. He can catch the ball out of the backfield, but you still don't get to see how much he's progressed.
And I'm going to agree. I agree with you guys. It hurts the rookie the most. And you know what player I think it helps the most, believe it or not? It's Jerick McKinnon. Like you both alluded to, we've already seen him in the pro style. We've already seen him in this system in the preseason, right? So there's nothing to count against him. Is he completely healed? Well, we don't know. We can't run him out there. So we're just going to assume he is. I think it helps Jerick McKinnon the most. I won't belabor in it. We're at the hour mark. Was there anything else you guys wanted to get to before we wrap the show up? And I'm not trying to rush it or anything. I just didn't know if there was anything else that you guys wanted to touch on.
Oh, for me, go ahead, Nick.
No, I was going to say, and that's a big thing that I was talking about with Jeff Wilson Jr. You remember we just signed him to a 1-year deal, and it's only $750,000. And if he's cut, it's $750,000 cap savings.
Wait, you said Jeff Wilson Jr.?
Yeah, we just re-signed him this year to a 2020 contract, and it's only $750,000, and he has zero dead money.
So he could be cut.
He can be cut. So that's why I put him in with that.
Okay. Let me ask you this. All right, look this up for me. What's McKinnon's contract this year? Because I think
he got a 1-year deal too. Well, he restructured it to a 1-year deal.
I think McKinnon's deal is more than Jeff Wilson's Jr.
Which is why I don't think he would be cut, because he provides.
I could be wrong, but I feel like Jeff Wilson Jr. qualify for the veteran thing? This is only his third year in the league, right?
I didn't know we gave Jeff Wilson Jr. a year. I thought
this was his third year in the contract. I didn't know it was a new contract for him.
Same here.
So Jerick McKinnon is only making a $910,000 base salary, but he got $2 million at signing, and
they gave this dude another $2 million,
and his cap hit is $2,910,000. So he got $2 million signing bonus and $910,000 for the year, but he's still at 2.9 for his cap hit.
So if we cut him, we lose 2.9 million.
Yeah, there's no dead cap, and
so he's guaranteed a roster spot.
He's guaranteed.
That's what I was trying to say. But they just that's nothing to look. You don't got to look bad about that, Mike, because look how much money the 49ers saved on him. They took a chance on him. They gave him
saved.
Hear what I'm saying, Mike. They restructured his deal, bro. This dude was going to be making guap, right? What was the current contract in this year that he should be making right now? I know it's a lot, and we were mad about it. When we gave him the contract, we were like, why are we giving him this much money? I think he would have been getting a lot more money this year. The reason why I said saved is because they gave him a 2 million. Go ahead, Nick.
Sorry, Wayne. I was just going to give you the number. He was set to count for $8.55 million against the salary cap.
That's not saving, bro.
No. Wait. Hold on. Let me rephrase I'm sorry. If we had have cut him post June 1st, what would it have cost us? Just flat out release
with that contract.
$9 million.
If we cut him post June 1st, 3 years later?
Yes, $9 million. That's why they redid his deal. He had a 4-year, $30 million deal in 2018.
So now if he gets cut, it's only 2.9 million.
Yeah, instead of 8.55.
That to me, that's a savings, Mike. I don't know what that means to you, but to me, that's a savings, brother. Now, as far as Jeff Wilson, I want to get to that because I didn't know we gave him a 1 year. I thought he was still under contract.
Yeah, I don't remember him getting a new deal.
So it says the $4 million remaining from his initial contract signing bonus has been spread out over the next 2 years, which is why you see information for 2021. So 2020 is a $910,000 base salary, $2 million prorated bonus, $250,000 per game roster bonus, which is $15,625 per game, $2.91 million salary cap hit. No base salary in 2021, but $2 million prorated bonus and $2 million salary cap hit.
Okay.
So you saved $5 million this year by restructuring him and getting him for the same amount of years.
Sounds like a saving to me. All right.
But that $750,000, it doesn't sound like a lot, but with the salary cap going the way that it is, and a no dead cap hit, Jeff Wilson Jr. is definitely up on the bubble.
See, and the fact that they also brought in two guys who are making rookie money on rookie deals that can possibly take this, take over. That this is huge for Jeff Wilson Jr. It's also insurance though, because God forbid that Jerick McKinnon gets hurt again. Knock on all the kinds of wood you guys got. God forbid he gets hurt again. Then the 49ers are going to they'll probably find a way to I knew you were going to do that. Retain Jeff Wilson Jr. and then one of the rookies. But yeah, I'm glad we brought that up. But I do want to bring this out there because I put on Twitter the other day.
This better be the picture. Because I've been dying.
This is the picture.
My guess on this because
okay, did you give your guess?
I did not. I didn't do it because I saw you shooting everybody down on the show.
All right, so do it live. Do it live here on the show, guys. If you don't know who this is our left tackle Trent Williams, and he reported to camp. Yes. For what reasons? And I said, let's see how well you guys really know me. All right, and there was something in this picture that I like that represents who I am, and I wanted to see if you guys can figure it out. Nick posted his. I just want to put out there that all of you that took a guess was really close, but I want to see what Mike says first, and then I'll go ahead and reveal the answer on the show.
All right. So I'm going to tell you guys I had no idea. A lot of the guesses were some of the stuff I would have concluded, okay? The one thing I didn't see anybody guess that I just thought was different, and so this is why I'm going with it. No, people said the watch. People said the hat because Breeze is a hat guy. People talked about the mask. They talked about the sweater. I don't know if anybody talked about the chain or not and the charm, but I was trying to see if there was like a music note anywhere over there. I didn't see it, but when I zoomed in, at the very top of the hat is the tag that shows it's new.
Pointing at the tag.
It shows it's new. I don't know if that had something, but that's what I settled on, that it was like a new hat. Now, I don't know if that's true or not, so I'm going to shut up, but that was my
answer the question.
Tag up
there. Yo, man, I thank you guys for following me, and I like to do stuff like this, man, and I get the ideas from you guys. Listen, you guys
it pissed me off, bro, because I was like, he ain't even going to tell nobody.
You guys were so close, and I mean close. Like some people picked the hat, some people picked the sweater, some people picked the chain. I liked this guy rocks my styles. But here's what it was. All right, look at the hat, look at the sweater. What matches on both?
The logo.
The logos. The logo matching and the coordination is super important to me. Remember Mike or was it Nick? Nick, it was you. Remember when we were creating the Nothing But Niners and I said I need the logos to match? I can't believe you missed this, Nick. Nick, how did you miss? We just talked about it 2 days ago. Like Nick, so Nick made me the hat for the Nothing But Niners hat, but it had the logo, the square logo, and Nick likes the long logo, but I'm like, but I got a square logo shirt and I need the logos to coordinate.
Right.
And Nick missed this. Okay. Nick, you suck, but you were close.
Wait, so let me tell you, I want to admit something, and I'm not saying I'm getting credit for it because I don't get credit for it, because I thought that for a second. I like that he had both of the old school 49 things, but I noticed that on the shirt that they were white, and on the hat they were still red. So that's not it because they don't completely match. It was the same style.
It was the style.
Didn't match the color thing, so I was like, nah, that's not it. I did see that. I did see that, but I was like, nah, they don't completely match. So that's.
I believe you. So
I could have swore it was the stickers, bro, because you always have hats with stickers.
Look.
That's the East Coast thing, right?
You see that? You see the stickers? We don't take. You want to know why we don't take them off? Because they got imprints on them, and you don't know how long the hat's been sitting on the shelf. And when you take the sticker off, it leaves the. And
bro,
it's
I even leave this one on, bro. Y'all thought I was playing when I said I had big ass head. You see that size 8 fitted?
Yeah, that's a big. I'm not too far. I'm a 7 5/8. Listen, the stickers stay on the hat, bro.
You gotta leave the stickers on the hats, bro.
I usually leave the price tags on too, but my wife got on me about that. That looks so tacky.
That's a bad thing?
Yeah, leaving the price tag thing on there. So I always remove the price tag, but the rest of the stickers, look at Mike.
Look.
I don't want Mrs. Breezy yelling at me, telling me I'm tacky. So.
Oh, that is funny, yo. I'm like, come on, this can't be tacky. That's not tacky. She's from the West Coast, so it's tacky.
Now look at this, right? I will show you a little thing with my hats here. I did take the price tag off of this one
because you got to see that hat. You got to see that.
Look what happened.
Yeah,
It peeled the damn sticker.
Yeah,
off
that's
the
because you
top.
left it on there for like a century.
So this is when they came out with the metallic joints. This is one of the draft hats. But I was so mad that when I peeled it off, it peeled off the thing, and I was like, damn, man, like never again. Breezy, do you wash your hats?
No, because they don't come out looking the same way. So I do Febreze them for those that need to know.
He Febrezes them.
And I take a wet rag with soap if it's white in the brim or whatnot, and you just scrub it nice and get the dirt off. Lids does make a hat washer thing, but I brought that junk like years ago. It doesn't work right.
It don't work. I have washed one hat since I've owned it. It was this one here.
I've never washed a hat.
And this is one of my favorite hats. But you see the lint on it?
I do.
I put it in there with nothing else. I tried putting the lint balls inside to catch the lint and everything. This is one of my favorite hats. And
I can resurrect that hat for you, bro. What you do is
you know a way, I will ship this bad boy to you, bro.
All right, because all you got to do is just take go get the lint roller with the tape.
I did that. The problem with the lint roller is you can clean off the big parts, but then the seams look horrible.
And you got to get a brush. You got to get the hat brush.
Can I just ask you a question?
Break down the particles.
Yeah,
where do you wash when you do wash your hats? Do you put them in a washer?
Yeah, I have the plastic.
You got the plastic thing that they go in.
Why not just throw them in the dishwasher?
No, you can do it either way. I've done both.
Because that doesn't mess my hats up. That's
and you know what, the dishwasher is better. I never thought about that because the dishwasher
doesn't. Put in the dishwasher before?
No, it doesn't spin around.
I've done that.
I put them in a dishwasher and then let them hang dry, like air dry.
Nice. So this one here, after
it doesn't mess up the brim.
I turned the heat off.
In the cracks.
I turned the heat off on this one because I didn't want this to melt off, and I put this one in the dishwasher. And the lint wasn't that bad. That's actually more of a look. It's not like linty, believe it or not.
I don't wash my damn hat. I got like 90 hats. Them shits don't get dirty.
It didn't come out that bad, but the one hat that I washed that I had the most success with, it didn't even mess up the sticker, was this one.
I love that one. I decided I didn't get
and
that
this has
one.
got that hard rubber.
You got that one at the team store.
This is what I do.
Fire, bro.
Symmetry put it up there too. And this is what I do, bro. Brush, warm cloth with water and soap. Boom. And see, he puts the starch spray on there. Make sure you get the starch spray that doesn't leave white residue. I got that hat too, man.
One day, my hair is gonna fall and I can wear my fitteds again. And Breezy, I'm coming for that.
I'll have 40 more hats by then, yo.
Hey, it's okay. I'm gonna catch you. All you're doing is giving me motivation, baby.
Nick, that's one of my favorite hats because that's the California Republic, their clothing brand type style hat. So I like that hat right there. I hope they come out some good hats.
That's a fitted, Nick. Nick got a fitted.
Yeah, it's a fitted.
Yeah, that's a fitted.
Oh shit! I never seen Nick with a fitted before. Which one is that? Let me see that one. Which one was that?
Sean got.
Oh, that's the draft hat from this year.
No, that's last year.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, the 100 that was last season.
Yeah, this is last year.
Wait, what's the hat look like from this year? What's the draft hat for this year look like? Was that neon bullshit, right?
Hold on,
no, it wasn't neon. It was the black joint, and it said something about the.
I'm sorry, guys.
I think something about the Bay or something like that on that joint.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, I couldn't buy it because I'm not from the Bay. Loyal to the Bay.
I don't know what it said. Some Empire to the Bay.
It said loyal to the Bay or some crap like that.
I got it.
I'm not from the Bay. Like, why would they put that on there? I'm a Niners fan that's not from the Bay.
Because the Niners are from the Bay, bro.
Yeah, but they not even like. Come on, man. That's not.
They're from the
isolating
Bay.
A whole rest of the fan base. That's not cool.
No, you can't think like that.
Let me ask you a question, Breezy.
You're not loyal to the Bay, bro.
No, if they move the 49ers to Connecticut, you gonna be a Connecticut 49er fan, or you gonna be a whatever team moves to the Bay fan?
I'm gonna be a Connecticut 49er fan.
That's my point. I'm not loyal to the location. I'm loyal to the team.
I don't know where my.
Listen, this was my conundrum, right? And you a basketball guy. We're getting way off the topic here. We're gonna wrap this thing up, right?
I don't know where my other one went.
When the Charlotte Hornets sold to the New Orleans.
Yeah, you didn't go. Yeah, I feel you.
No, I did go because there was no Charlotte Hornets at the time. There was no Charlotte Bobcats.
Oh, then it became the Bobcats.
The Bobcats came later. I was conflicted. I said, all right, well, since then, I like Chris Paul. I'm going to stick with Chris Paul. Mm-hmm. Then here comes Michael Jordan. And he got rid of the Bobcats and brought the Hornets back. Mm-hmm. And I was like, all right, I'm going to go back to the Hornets. Now I can rock my old Charlotte Hornets gear.
The only thing he did right in basketball as an owner.
He's never done anything since then.
And
because this team is horrible. He can't put the team together.
His drafting sucks. He
Oh
did
my
draft
God.
Kemba Walker though.
Yeah, but then he let him walk.
Not
Literally.
just that,
You appreciate that, don't you?
I do, but it's not just that. He ran him to the ground. He never
got him help. He didn't put him in. Yeah,
he ran him to the ground. So we got their leftovers, and Kimba's like a day on, day off, day on, day off. Like but he's a great player, man. I watched him at UConn, so I'm a big Kemba Walker fan.
I love Kemba, man, but you're absolutely right. They overworked him, man. I didn't appreciate it at all. But, I'm saying all that to say this, man. It's weird. Who is that? Who's number 18 on the Niners in 2017? Quick guesses. Come on, guys.
2017?
2017, number 18 on the 49ers. Wide receiver.
For Pettis.
I know who. Shit.
What's that? Curly?
No, Curly wasn't 17.
He was, I don't know.
Curly played 17.
17. He was 17.
I know this too, and it's like right off the tip of my.
Well, Mike only know because he watching the joint.
You mind? I'm watching the 49ers versus the Jacksonville Jaguars. That Christmas game that we love.
17. That was whatchamacallit.
No, not 17. Number 18. No, number 18.
Was it Murphy? Louis Murphy?
Louis Murphy Jr.
Yeah, from the Lions. Correct. Yes. Good job, Nick.
Wait, we never did show and tell. We got to do that.
Oh shit, I got it right there too. I'll step off real quick. I got it right there.
Let's go.
And then we can wrap this show up.
Quentin was 19, wasn't he?
Back of the whole tap.
Quentin Patton was 11.
Quentin Patton was number 11. That's right.
Can y'all see this?
All right, hold on. Let me. I'll bring you up, Breezy.
Let me move my mic down
so we can see. The light is kind of glaring at it, but there you go. Nice. So where did you get that, and when did you get that?
So, if you guys know, that's my favorite player in there. His name is Mr. Jerry Rice, the greatest of all time. I went to one of those sports things in New Jersey. I believe it was in New Jersey, and Jerry Rice was going to be there. And that day was super special because I was getting to meet my favorite player of all time, and I just had Rome, and Rome was like not even one yet. So we're there, and I got pictures to show it, so I'll repost these pictures if you guys didn't get a chance to see it. But so Rome is there, my wife is there, and I'm with Jerry, and we're talking, and he looked at Rome, and he said, "Bring me the baby." And I was like, okay, so he took Rome, he held Rome, and Rome was grabbing his finger. Jerry Rice got some big ass hands too. And he grabbed his finger and he saw the rings, and he I forgot what he said to Rome, but it was so cool. And that just warmed up my day. So not only did he sign I got his autograph, we also were able to take regular candid shots, and he got to hold my son, and that junk just resonated in me, yo. So
That's
Jerry
dope.
Rice, man, really cool guy, really down to earth. And it was cool because he was like, like his manager or whoever was there was like, come on. He was like, come on, you got to keep it going. He was like, nah, bring me the baby. Bring me him. And I was like, okay, Ricky, go bring the baby. You hear the guy talking to you. So it was a really cool day, man. Really cool.
That's
day.
awesome. That's awesome.
Thanks, man.
All right, Mike, you're up next, buddy.
All right, so mine is a little corny, and I apologize because I couldn't find my other one. I have it locked away, but I'm going to show you guys this one. I've shown it already on here before. Can you guys see that?
You gotta come on, Mike. You gotta get that right. You even still got the tag on it. Love it.
That's right. No, I'm not taking the tag. I'm not changing anything about this. Jerry Rice was so bored when he signed this that he traced the stitching. I have never seen that on any other autographed football by Jerry Rice before. He traced the stitching, bro. Have you ever seen a player do that before?
I know. Why was he bored?
Because it was at this basketball. My cousin plays college in North Carolina. She was a big deal, and she's on some kind of board, and she knows Jerry Rice and his family like very personally.
Wow.
And she heard about our show, Nothing But Niners. She said, "Hey, cousin." Now, when I say she's my cousin, she is my mom's first cousin, so she's my second cousin.
Got you.
Is that how it works?
How it
now, when the reason I'm baffled by my mom is one of 10, so I have a lot of first cousins. My grandmother is one of 8, and each one of them had mad kids. So just 2 generations of my family is almost 100 people. Like it's massive. So when she found out that I did this show for Nothing But Niners, I didn't know you were a 49ers fan. Oh, I got a surprise coming for you in the mail. I'm like, oh, okay. You sure? She sent me this. She sent me a picture of Jerry Rice and I believe it was Dwight Clark, also autographed. But the reason I don't show people that is because it was a printed thing. It wasn't his real autograph on it. But she was like, yeah, if you ever want to talk to him or anything, just let me know. I'll try to get him on your show. And I was like, no. I'm not that kind of person to try to take advantage of stuff like that. Although if we got the goat on our
if
show.
If you want to give her my number, I could be second cousin. I could be the third cousin, bro, and I will get him on this show.
Right. But you don't want to try to like take because it's not somebody I talk to often. I'm cool with her daughter. Like that's her daughter and her son. Like we're like this, but her, I don't really talk to her like that. So I didn't want to try to take advantage of the opportunity presented to me. Now, if we ever start struggling, if the views are down and I need a boost, I'm like, hey, cousin, man, we struggling, help your brother out. And I get the goat on the show, how much he gonna charge, whatever it is. But
I love it.
He traced the laces. That's the special part to me, is that he traced the laces. I wish it was an official NFL ball. I don't know where these white footballs come from or anything like that. But
I like the white footballs because you can see the signature so much more clear.
Yeah, I like the white autograph balls too.
It's pretty cool, man. So that's a good one. The other one I wanted to show you guys, I don't have, but I have it. It's out in my garage, and hopefully it's not ruined from the weather. I'll go out and get it another time and show you guys that one. But Nick,
sounds good.
The floor is yours, big dog.
All right, so if any of you has ever seen me at 49ers games or pictures or anything like that, I have the faithful flag, right? So I wear that around my neck, and I go to a bunch of different games, right? So let me bring this up here so you guys can see. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I have hold on, let me turn my green screen off real quick so you guys can see. All right, there we go. So this is signed by a ton of different players. Let's see, I got Bryant Young on there. Ian Williams, obviously, Jeff Garcia, DeForest Buckner, Eric Armstead, Nick Bosa, John Lynch, Kyle Shanahan, Matt Mayoko, Keenan Turner, Jaquiski Tart, Raheem Mostert. I'm trying to remember who else. D Ford, Sheldon Day, KB, and I don't know who else. But that's pretty much all those guys that I have there. As you guys can see, some of them.
Yeah, no, that's fire, bro. I'm not mad about it. I'm glad you got it on the flag, but that Bryant Young signature, man, that hurt my heart so much, bro.
Yeah,
it didn't hurt me. I was mad at myself.
Oh, and then I forgot. There's Joe Staley right there.
We didn't get T.O. that night. We went to IHOP. Nope. He was right there. We didn't get T.O.
Nope. There's Buckner, Staley. Richard Sherman's on there.
Mm-hmm.
Tevin Coleman's on there. Matt Breida's on there. Yeah, I can't even think of everybody that's on there. John Lynch, Kyle Shanahan. Oh, Wes Welker.
Nice.
Yeah. So that's pretty much.
I feel like you got another offensive lineman that night while we were at the hotel.
Oh, I got Justin School.
Yeah, there you go. That's
who's on there.
He's tall as shit in person.
Mitch Wishnowski's on there.
Right.
Kyle Juszczyk, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a ton of different players on there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start retiring this after every year and then just getting an additional one every year. But that's my kind of mantra. This flag, actually, this faithful flag came from 49er Hodge as a birthday.
Shout out to Hodge.
So big shout out to Hodge for sending me that for my birthday gift, and this will go down into
Hodge and Connie.
this will be over my casket when it's done.
Facts.
Damn, like that, bro?
Yeah, that's how
You taking that bitch with you?
Yeah, that's going with
Nah, wait, Nick, if you go before me, let me get that, bro.
Only you.
Come on, man. You can't do nothing with it. You can't do nothing with it. Where you going?
Only you, man.
I think that one goes with me. But, I was thinking about this year trying to get another one and getting as many as I can on it and doing an auction for a charity of a 49ers player.
Nice.
So we'll auction that off on the show. If I can get those, and then we can get auction them off for money going to a charity, and then whoever auctions or wins it can take it with them to wherever they want or whatever. So but yeah, that's probably my most prized possession that I have. I enjoy that because I have a ton of different players on there that I love. Ronnie Lott's on there as well, which is one of my favorite players as well. And so that's my thing so far right now.
This was supposed to be our most prized possession or our favorite autographed.
It was our favorite autographed piece of memorabilia.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure I showed the right thing, because prized possessions don't always mean your favorite.
Correct.
Piece. That's what I wanted to make sure of. Okay.
Come on, green screen, readapt.
So Nick was talking about auctioning it off for a charity. We were trying to get Kendrick Bourne to do. Kendrick Bourne went on a little press run following his Super Bowl appearance, and he was talking about how he was starting this foundation for his little cousin who had autism, and he wanted to do fundraising. And I don't know if you guys remember, we did Eric Armstead. We highlighted it. We're ready to make our $125 contribution to the Eric Armstead Foundation. Don't forget that we said we were going to do that. We're going to match all the contributions, right? But we wanted to do Kendrick Bourne next, but I cannot find a confirmation from the Kendrick Bourne Foundation. I can't find it anywhere. When you Google Kendrick Bourne charity, it says a signing fundraiser for autism charity, but it's a signing fundraiser. It's not a website.
So what we'll do is I'll reach out to Kendrick Bourne. I'll send him a tweet or somewhat, and then I'll ask him, what is the name of your contribution and how can I get in touch?
Yeah, maybe old boy's ignoring me. I have tried. I would love to contribute to his charity on behalf of Nothing But Niners, and we'll start it the week that we hear from him. We won't do it for what's happened in the past already, but we'll do it for the week that we've heard from him. I would love to, make it a point. I will bring exclusive content if it's going to get more contributions, so we can match those contributions and donate that to the Kendrick Bourne Foundation. I think that's something that's really good, and maybe we'll even get some of these players on to just give a 2-minute, synopsis of what their foundation is about, just so you guys can hear it from them and what it means to them. A lot of times when you hear from players, it's sports. What are your goals? How'd you feel about losing Super da-da-da? But sometimes it's better to get to know the people, get to know the players. Why does this charity, why does this cause mean so much to you? And sometimes you hear the passion in their voice, and it inspires people to contribute. So that's what we're looking to do here at Nothing But Niners. We want to make sure that not only are we a part of the community, but we want to give back to that same community. And that's something that I'm going to take with a big passion here. I know Nick and Wayne feel the same way. We want to give back. So if you guys have players that you want us to reach out to, that have charities, or they contribute to another charity.
I found it, bro.
A lot of players help other players who have established charities already. Let us know. We'll reach out to those guys, and we will happily, try to get some of that information, relay it to you all, and make a contribution at the end of the month.
Mike, it's Born. JD put it up here. It is bornblessedfoundation.com. I'm on it right now.
Oh,
You
found
on it? Yep. You read it, and then you can just hit the donate button, and then bada boom, bada bing.
How come I cannot look at this? I got no problem showing you my results. This is every time I type it in. Can you see my screen?
Yeah, type in bornblessedfoundation.com. I'm just giving you the website.
No, I believe you, but I don't know why when I typed in Kendrick Bourne charity, it didn't come up. JD, man, shout out to you, bro.
Maybe because it's a foundation.
Oh, not charity, but what's the?
I'm a butthole. I'm sorry, man. I don't know.
Yeah, God, there it is, right there. My man JD. All right, so then we'll start this next week. Then we'll reach out to him and see if he has any message. Let me bookmark this. If he has any message he wants us to say on behalf of him and his foundation. And if not, we'll do the same thing we did for Eric Armstead. We had the mission statement up here on the screen and all that, and we'll share that with you guys. So, and we'll keep this thing moving here. I like doing something like that. We can do 2 of those a month, and so it's a good fit here. And then once the football season starts, bigger contributions. That's all that means to us. So we're happy to give back, guys. So thank you guys very much for supporting us here at Nothing But Niners. We're going to continue to support you guys in your communities. Fellas, any final words?
I put on Twitter. I said, "Yo, KB, yo, what's the name of your charity?" And people were responding, and someone said, "I guess saying me is probably in bad taste."
Yeah.
Wait, say that again. What'd you say?
I just saw that.
Wait, what? I missed it. What did you say?
Oh, I'm not gonna call her out and say who she is, but she said, "I guess saying me is probably in bad taste."
No, what did you say?
All I asked was, what was the name of your charity? We at Nothing But Niners would like to donate to your charity. Feel free to DM me. That's what I said. And then she's like, I guess saying me is probably in bad taste. I don't know. I love us. I love each and every one of you. I do. I love your personality. I love your wit. I love your dumbass comments and remarks. I just love it. I really do. And I love to argue. I don't know if you noticed that.
That's why you've been lacking lately, because ain't nobody really been fighting with you. It's okay. We'll turn up, bro. Hey, listen, Nick and I used to have this debate show. We can bring that joint back.
Hey, man. I need help.
It. But let me tell you, the louder guy ain't going to be the guy who wins.
I
ain't been loud lately.
I got one other thing before we get out of here, and it was something about that Ian Rappaport tweeted out that the NFL had put out to all 32 teams, and it says the club may impose a maximum fine of an amount equal to 1 week's salary and or suspension without pay not to exceed 4 weeks for conduct detrimental to the club for engaging in the high-risk COVID-19 conduct set forth below. No written warning will be issued to a player for a first offense in these categories. Attending an indoor nightclub unless player is wearing PPE and there are no more than 10 people in the club. Attending an indoor bar other than to pick up food unless player is wearing PPE and there are no more than 10 people in the bar. For clarity, a bar does not include an establishment that offers food service in which a player attends primarily for food service, even if the establishment also includes a full-service bar. Number 3 is house gatherings of more than 15 people without the player and all guests wearing masks or PPE or where social distancing for more than 10 people is impossible. Attending an indoor music, concert/entertainment event. And then 5, attending a professional sporting event other than applicable NFL games or events, unless the player is seated in a separated seating section, such as a suite or owner's box, is wearing PPE, and there are no more than 10 people in that separate seating section. And the last but not least, attending an event that is prohibited by state and or local regulation, executive order, or law implemented due to COVID-19. So if a player is caught with any of this, they can impose a maximum fine of amount of equal to 1 week's salary and or suspension without pay not to exceed 4 weeks. So that's something that we should keep an eye on, with these players. They're taking it seriously, trying to keep the NFL. They don't want it to look like the MLB right now. So see what happens. Excuse me.
The league is going to have to take it easy. They're going to, you guys, it's as much as people think that, the NFL should do what the NBA is doing, they can't. The rosters are just too big. Yeah. The coaching staffs in the NFL are larger than the rosters in the NBA. Think about that.
And the MLB.
There's 17 people on the roster for the NBA.
That's what I'm saying.
There's more than 17 coaches on the team.
Absolutely. Between coaches, assistants, and everything else in between, there's no way we can do that. So it's going to be tough, man. These guys have to really be committed to the calls. They really have to be committed to the product that is NFL this year. And we're going to test it out, and we're going to see. So we'll finish this thing up later on, guys. Good stuff, man. I love you guys, man. I don't have any final thoughts. I don't know if you guys do, but I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good.
Let's go.
Thumbs up from everybody. We good to go?
Good.
All right. That's going to do it from us here tonight, man. Mike, stop using Yahoo. Use Google. I promise you I was on Google. Sean, what did I do to you? Why are you always
you know what it is, Sean? It's just an Android thing, bro.
Oh, my God. Prepare for glory.
Anticipate pain.
But Mike ain't going to remain faithful. Now, always remain faithful.
We out of here.